Thank you for doing this. It's kind of like pre-recorded live stream. So this is tomorrow's class, filmed today. Okay, sit nice and tall. Close your eyes. And find your breathing. And along with the breathing, find your grounding. Find the floor and the way the body lifts away from the floor. And the three things together, the grounding, the lifting, the breathing, they give you space. You feel like you can be more open. That might not happen straight away. It might be a little while before you can feel like you breathe easy. And let's bring everybody's breathing together. So everybody to breathe out. And breathe in for 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more round all together. Breathing in, breathing out. And you're going to keep that going, steady in and steady out. And that's really what the rest of the class is. Steady breath in, steady breath out. With postures just to make it a little bit more tricky. And keep your breathing going. Keep your eyes closed. Raise your arms above your head. Lift into your fingers. Shrug the shoulders down your back. Get as tall as you can. So it's adding a little bit more space to that openness. A little bit longer in your sides. And then bring the left hand down beside you. Bring the right arm over the top. Stretch that side out. And you could play around with it a little bit. You could roll the ribs back. You could change your arm. Release your right leg. Yeah. And then on your inhale, come all the way back up. And do the same on the other side. Right hand goes down. Left one comes over. You put a lot of space down that side. And you play around. You find your version of this. If what you're chasing is a feeling, rather than any kind of look, find the feeling. And on the inhale, raise the arms back up. And then twist around towards your left. Leave the arms from touching anything, just leave them in space. Try and bring the ribs around. Yeah, good. Again, think about relaxing from both thighs. Hips, yeah, better. Shoulders down. And on the inhale, raise the arms back up. And on the exhale, do the same for the other side. Stay up nice and tall. Find the body moving, the upper body moving. Yeah. That's what I mean, breathing in, breathing out, but making the breathing more difficult. Twisting definitely makes it more difficult. And on the inhale, raise the arms back up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. And on the inhale, bring the arms back up. You have your eyes open if you want to. Exhale, right hand down, left arm over. Inhale, raise the arms back up. Exhale and twist towards your left. Inhale, back up towards the ceiling. Twist towards your right. Back up towards the ceiling. Back into side bend with the left hand down. Inhale towards the ceiling. Exhale with the right hand down. Inhale towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. And twist the other way. And then lift the arms back up. Raise them up. And then bring the hands down. Roll up onto hands and knees. So you've got hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. Good. And on your inhale, you're going to look forwards. And on your exhale, you're going to arch your back. Draw your ribs back in. Good. Good. And keep going. Inhale to look forwards. Exhale to arch back. Good. Keep going. Moving, breathing. Try and find rhythm to it. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then tuck the toes and push it back and make it downward dog. And it's first downward dog, so you can be a little wriggly. Fidget around. Maybe you rock forwards a little bit so it's in your shoulders, and then rock out so it isn't. Again, it's there, seeking some kind of feeling rather than some kind of look, rather than doing what others do. You see what your body needs. Keep your breathing going. And on the inhale, lift the head, walk the feet up to your hands. Leave the feet about hip distance apart, fold your body down. Again, that can be fidgety too. So maybe you keep the knees really bent, you sway the body for a moment, let the head go. And hands where you want them. You could hold your elbows or you could have the hands on the ground. We're borrowing a little bit of Jivamukti for our warm-up. And the sit bones go up, head goes down. And you keep the front of your body long, so ribs come out of tummy, and travel down your thighs. And then when you've been there for a moment or two, you're going to go a little more still. There's the feeling of the pose growing, expanding, but not really moving. And then release your arms, let them hang. And then bend your knees, come down into squat. You can move your feet a little bit apart if you need to. Doesn't matter if the heels touch the ground. The toes are definitely going to touch the ground. Good. And breastbone lifts. Good. And you're trying to make the front longer. It's really tempting to be huddled. Try not to huddle. This is one of those poses where staying there makes it more difficult. You're going to breathe in and out. One more breath. Okay, and then bring the hands down, bottom down. Soles of the feet together. So fairly close, but not too close. And then hook the knees with the left arm. Left arm. Twist around towards your right. Yeah, good. Stay nice and tall. Knees together. Yeah, thighs together. Good. And draw the low back in a little bit and make it lighter on your backhand. Breathe in and out. Don't hold your breath. Poses like this meddle with the diaphragm. We're twisting around in its space. So you can still move the diaphragm up and down, but you've got to work it a little bit harder. Okay, come back around towards the front. Twist off to the other side. Stay nice and tall. Try not to lean back. Really draw the low back in. Shoulders down. Good. And turn back towards the front. Lean back on your hands. Move the feet apart and lift up. And try and move the knees away from the shoulders. Move the shoulders away from the knees. Good, nice. And don't let the knees wander out. Keep a little bit of inner thigh work going. Good. And this hopefully will be 10 breaths as well. But if you need to come down sooner, you can come down. This is one of those places where the breathing really helps. And I like to think me talking to you and distracting you helps as well. A long time ago in India, there was a princess. One more. Okay, lower the bottom to the ground. Bring the arms out in front of you. Lay your lower back down, middle back down, upper back down. Nice. And then bring your knees in towards you. Wrap your arms around your knees. Good. And just squeeze the knees in close. Flatten your lower back on the ground. Let's play around a little bit. So just lift the nose up to meet the knees. Good. And then try and get some momentum to rock yourself up forwards and backwards. So forwards so that the feet almost touch the ground, and then back so your head touches the ground. Yeah. Good. Good. Nice. Okay. And then, with a lot of enthusiasm and maybe a little bit of faking, you're going to come to stand. Nice, G. Yeah, well done. Nice. So stand up in front of your mat, feet together. Bring the hands together. Close your eyes for a moment. So we've kind of been rocking around, it discombobulates a little bit. Find your feet again. Big toes, little toes, heels. and open your eyes. And bring your hands down in front of you, just hook the thumbs. And on your inhale, lift the arms up, arch your back a little bit. And on the exhale, bend your knees, swing your arms behind you, bind your fingers, draw them over. And on the inhale, bring the hands to the floor and step the right leg to the back of the mat. Heart comes forward, stay there for a moment. Little lighter on your fingers, so not heavy hands. Yeah, good. Good. And then from your navel back into downward facing dog. So hands down, hips up, downward facing. Inhale, come up into a high push up. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Lower your chest and your chin between your hands, shoulders away from ears. And then draw up the hips and make cobra. Strong back. Let's stay there. Breath or two in cobra. Press the feet. Extend the legs. Good, nice. Shoulders down. Okay, from your middle again, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right foot up between the two hands. Good, stay there. Heart comes forwards. Strong back leg. Not too heavy hands. Okay, step forwards. Fold your body right down. And then hook your thumbs, reach up, arch your back. And on the exhale, bend the knees, fold forwards, swing the arms, bind the hands. Inhale, hands to the floor and step the left foot to the back. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips lift up. Inhale, come up into a high push-up. And on the exhale, try out version of a low push-up. Doesn't matter whether your knees are down or not. Inhale then as an upward facing dog or cobra, whatever feels better. Exhale, pull back over your toes, downward facing. Inhale, left foot to the hands. Exhale, right foot to the hands and fold your body down. Hook the thumbs, reach up, arch your back. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Arms come up behind you, bind them up. Inhale, hands to the floor, step the right foot to the back. Downward facing dog. Inhale into high push up. This one, knees down, chest down, chin down, exhale. Inhale has cobra. Exhale, downward faced. Inhale, bring the right foot up. Step it rather than throw it. Left foot as well and fold down. Hook the thumbs, reach up, arch your back. One more time, bend the knees, swing the arms. Inhale, hands to the floor, left foot to the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, high push-up. Your version of a low push-up, whatever it looks like. Inhale then, upward or cobra. Good, nice, all of you. Back over your toes. Downward dog, stay there. Breathe in and out. And on your inhale, left foot to the hands. Exhale, right foot as well, fold it down. And on the inhale, hook your thumbs, reach up, arch your back. Bring the hands back in towards the chest. Stand tall. Again, find balance, find breath, grounding, lifting, breathing. If eyes closed doesn't work, it's okay. Okay, more straight, sun salute. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold your body down. Inhale, lift the front. Exhale, jump back, step back, lower down. Inhale, your choice. Exhale, pull back over toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. And as you inhale, lift your head. feet to hands. Exhale and dive, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands in. One more. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your ribs. Jump, step, lower. Inhale, nice open chest, come through, shoulders down. Exhale, pull back over toes, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, lift the right leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, place it between the two hands. Inhale, lift up to your fingers. And exhale, make it warrior two. Open it all out. Good. Inhale, two hands to the floor. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale, heart comes through. Tail goes up, exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg up in the air. Exhale, bring it up between the two hands. Inhale when you rise. Exhale, open hips and shoulders. Inhale, two hands to the floor. Step back and lower down. Heart stays forwards as you lower. Inhale, coming through. Good. Back over toes, downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then inhale, right leg goes up in the air. Exhale, foot comes up between the two hands. Inhale, lift to your fingers. And then exhale, open it all out and stay there. Warrior two. Yeah, good. So hips roll away from each other. Shoulders are nice and open. Front knee over the top of the ankle. It has a tendency to drift that way. And keep it over the top. Good. And on your inhale, straighten the front leg out. Tip on your right hand side. So long right ribs as you go. Forwards, nice. Good. Left arm up. Try and sit that left arm into its socket. Try not to take it too far back. Good. So we open the chest, we open the back, both as even as the other. And on the inhale, tip yourselves back up. Lunge in your front knee. Right elbow down on the front knee. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Straight up rather than over. Straight up. Yeah, good. And still the arm sits into its socket. So you're nice and open on the front and the back of that left shoulder. Good. And see if you can drop the right hand to the ground. Doesn't matter whether you get all the way. You might just go halfway down. Yeah, nice, Hannah. Keep the chest open. Yeah, nice, Nikki. Okay, if you're pretty flexible in your hamstrings, grab your front big toe, right hand. And then start to straighten out the front leg. So you might not get it straight, it might just be straighter. Good. And then the left arm comes over the top, reaches to the windows behind me. Yeah, good. Breathe. Still spin the chest, nice. These are good. Breathing's definitely harder. Okay, two hands to the ground. Shorten your stance. Fold your body right down. Fold down that front leg. Good. Right hip lifts up a little bit. Get a little longer on your right side. Even more, Eve. Yeah, that's it. Right hip draws up and back. I'm trying to square the pelvis off. Yeah, nice, G, perfect. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Walk the hands forwards a tiny bit. Kick the back leg up in the air for a moment. And then bend both knees and bring the top one in behind the bottom one. Come down to sit. Okay, if all has gone well, you've got the right leg over the left one. And it'd be okay to have that bottom leg stretched out. You're going to hook the knee with the left thumb. Right one behind your back. Twist it round. Stay tall. Good. So what we're trying to avoid is any kind of uncomfortableness in that left knee. So if it's better to unfold the left leg, that would be good. And also we're trying to get both hips to the ground. So if you can't get the right hip down, maybe you unfold the leg. Good. Steady your breathing up. And there's that feeling that there's more resistance to the breath. Now you can still make the diaphragm rise and fall, but it's more challenging, more difficult. And come back around towards the front. Lean back on your hands. Cross your legs. Put the hands down, step back or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, heart comes through. Exhale, pull back over your toes, downward dog. Breathe. Okay, all of that on the other side. So on the inhale, left leg up in the air. Exhale, bring it up between the two hands. Inhale, rise up, find that high lunge. Nice strong back leg from here, and then open out, make it warrior two. Good. Soften shoulders. Front knee over the top of the ankle. And it's a little more, or try and get a little more with the outer edge of the back foot. So you've got a nice arch in your back foot. You have a tendency to roll in. So try and be steady on your foot. And on the inhale, straighten both legs. And on the exhale, reach to the front. Left hand goes down. Right arm goes up. Good. Breathe. Press through your front big toe. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, lunge in your front knee. Left elbow goes down, right arm comes up. Drop the arm into its socket. Reach to the fingers, but keep the shoulder nice. We don't want to feel like we're over arching that shoulder, or over something that shoulder. I could probably do better than that. If you can go on from there, left hand to the floor. And it doesn't need to be clear black and white. Could be to a block. Could just be that you reach just below the knee with your fingers. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, and then this is difficult, so you might not do this, but if you can, you bind your front big toe left fingers. Start to straighten out the front leg. And then bring the top arm over towards the front of your mat. Try and roll right ribs open and back. Good. Doesn't matter how straight you make that left leg. You might still need to keep it pretty bent. Yeah, nice, Maureen. Okay, two hands come to the ground. Shorten your stance. Bring your back foot halfway in. Fold your body down your front leg. Yeah, not the lifted leg yet, that's it. I can understand why you want to get that out of the way, but not yet. As I said at the start about making space, this is a hard pose to not feel like you're just pressing against a wall with this. So try and feel how you would make more room. Left hip needs to draw up and back, like downward dog would draw it up and back. Yeah, good. And you might keep the front knee pretty bent. You try and drag the ribs further down the front. Good. And you're keeping back heel pressed down, but you're also really grounding down through the front big toe. It's that ground, lift, breathe again. Okay, now the fancy bit. Hands come forwards. Kick the back leg up in the air. Come up as high as you can with that leg. Nice. And then bend both knees. Come down into your twist. So you've got left leg over right? Yeah, left leg over right. And twist to that side. Good. So again, you could unfold the bottom leg if it doesn't work on the knee, or if it's really tough on the hip. Maybe you do this with the eyes closed. I like twists and eyes closed. Quite easily distracted when we look at something that we haven't been looking at. Eyes closed means we turn inwards a little bit, feel it. And turn back around towards the front. Lean back on your hands, cross your legs. Hands down in front of you, jump back, step back. Upward and downward facing dogs. Inhale, heart opens. Good. Exhale, back over your toes, downward dog. Yeah, let's have one more go at playing with that arm coming over. Just bring the feet side by side. So where they are, just shuffle them so they touch. Back of your mat, that's it. Yeah, good. Okay, and then inhale, come into a high push-up. And then roll onto your right hand, right foot. Lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Try not to look at the camera. Yeah, good. Keep the hips in line, don't stick your bottom back. Good. And then see if you can bring that left arm over the top, reach for the front. Good, try and keep it right up alongside your ear. Keep your middle in. Nice, gee, that works. Keep breathing. Maureen, really nice. Okay, lift the arm up. Drop the two hands down, roll straight to the other side. Left hand, left foot. It's fine to drop the left knee if you want to. Raise the right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep your middle strong. This is about making length in the pose. Nice, Nikki. Bring the right arm over the top, reach for the front. Good. Unpick it slowly. Right arm up, right hand down, roll onto 2 feet. Push back into downward dog. And probably child's pose. Yeah, okay, unanimously child's pose. Yeah, breathe. And child's pose however you want to. Arms out front, keep it a little bit more active, or arms by your sides, just a little bit more soft. I love my teacher's definition of meditation as being getting familiar, getting to know ourselves. This is what I really want from a yoga practice, for you to get to know yourself a little more. Your body, your muscles, your breathing. The way that we connect to the ground. And we get to know our limits. It's not that there's anything wrong with having a limit, it's just, it's being okay with that. Not resisting it. And we're challenging it. But if that's where it is, that's where it is. We get to know ourselves a little more, get familiar. And keeping the breathing slow and steady gives us the space to do that, rather than rushing from one pose to the next. Bring your arms out in front of you. And tuck your toes. Push back into downward facing dog. And on your inhale, lift your head. Walk your feet to your hands. Exhale and fold your body down. And then on the inhale, come all the way back up. Raise your arms. And exhale, bring your hands back in. Inhale, raise the arms back up. Exhale, dive forwards, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the front. Exhale, jump back, step back, lower down. Inhale has cobra, upward dog. Exhale, back over your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, bring it up between your hands. Come back up into that high lunge, raise the arms, inhale. Little bit of work from your front just to draw the pubic bone in a little bit. Contain the tummy, yeah. Take the arms around behind your back. Bind your fingers in together. Push the chest through or lift the chest through and then fold the body forwards. Lead with your heart forwards. Yeah, good. Good. And if you get pretty low, which I see quite a few of you do, you might just move that right leg over to the right a little bit so you're down on the inside of the thigh. Yeah, good. Keep the right hip drawing back. Otherwise there's a temptation to wag your tail. Good. Keep breathing. Okay, release the two hands to the floor. Walk around towards your left hand side. Square your feet and just come into a wide leg forward fold. Good. This is one of those poses where the limits really change, really vary from one person to the next. And we explore them, we challenge them a little bit, and then we're okay with what we have. Staying present in the pose, present with the breathing, steady, slow breathing. We get to see all of that. On the inhale, lift your head up, lift your chest. Walk your hands around towards me, towards the right hand side. Turn the feet out again, so you're back where you came from. Keep the two arms on the inside of the leg. And then let's drop the back knee to the floor. Let's make it a little bit easier. And then either stay there with the hands or drop the elbows to the floor. If you can only get one, make it your right elbow. Yeah. I kind of like right elbow down, left hand in a sort of push-up thing. Yeah. You still want to feel like the heart comes forwards. And if you can get quite deep, a few of you can get quite deep into this, is to hug that right leg up against your shoulder. Yeah, good. Okay, walk back up onto your hands. Step back into downward dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. And on the inhale, lift the left leg up in the air. Exhale, bring that one up between the hands. Lift to your fingers. Again, a little bit of tummy just to give you stability. Come up. Yeah, good. Good. Once you've got that, bring the arms around behind you. Bind your fingers, lift the chest, draw yourself forwards and along your thigh. And then if it feels okay to go beyond that, you could move the leg over out of the way a little bit and to fold your body in deeper. Good. Left hip draws back. Yeah, nice, Gemma. Bring two hands to the ground. And drop the back knee. Fold your body down. Maybe you can get the elbows down. If it's only one, it needs to be the left. Because we can do a little twist with our body that allows us to get the right elbow down. But the left one has got to come from the hip. And it doesn't matter if you get down or not. Okay, walk back up onto your hands, step back into downward dog. Breathe in, breathe out. And then however you want to get there, come to sit at the front of the mat. So you might jump through, step through, walk through, float through, but get through. Okay. So we've got a pose that I quite enjoy coming up. So that has to be tempered with some poses that I find perhaps more challenging. So this is one of those. You're going to sit nice and tall, nice and upright. Draw the shoulders down the back. Hands can be where you want them. I have Neanderthal arms, so kind of here, and I end up bunchy. So wherever the hands need to be for the arms to be straightish and the shoulders down. And you're going to draw your lower back in. You're going to draw your toes in. And you breathe. You're not really bearing weight with your hands. And on your inhale, raise your arms up. Bend your knees, fold your body forwards, grab for your big toes. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold the body in. Good. And there have been a few forward folds. Try and bring ribs further along the legs. So you're getting the rib cage out of your tummy, being longer fronted. And try not to press the tummy against the thighs. Try and draw, if anything, maybe just fractionally draw the navel in towards you. It gives you a bit more space to breathe, if you get it right. Good. That feeling of flirting around your edges. I'm trying to find just a little bit that maybe you didn't know you had. But still respecting what you don't have, being okay with that. And on your inhale, lift your head up. Let's bring right leg in towards you. So give this one a good space, about a hand's width space between foot and the leg. So you can bring your right arm on the inside of the knee. And then bring the other hand behind you and lift your bottom off the ground. Lean forwards as far as you can. And see if you can start to bring that arm back. And if you can, then the bottom goes back to the floor. You reach around behind your back. And maybe you just point at your fingers, but maybe you combine them, and then you work your way forwards. And we've got the same challenge, trying to keep the ribs out of the tummy to be longer. It's just a lot of hip and the forward fold as well. Yeah. This is similar to the work that we did already. When you were on into that very low lunge and we were trying to put the elbows to the ground. That's you were trying to bring your body on the inside of your thigh. This is you trying to bring your body on the inside of your thigh as well. Trying to bring shoulders in front of knee, or knee behind the shoulder, however you think about it. bring yourselves back up. Hook the knee with your left arm, right arm around behind your back. Twist your body round. And let's keep the leg that's out in front of you pretty engaged. So that's it, toes in, that's better. Iyengar talks about how much of the pose can we keep in mind at once. We want to do the twisting, we want to stay upright, we want to find the breathing, we want to soften the shoulders down, we want to keep that left leg engaged and not lost. We want to keep the right big toe pressed down. Okay, turn back around towards the front and change the legs. Left one, left arm on the inside. Right hand behind your back, lift up, go round, find the fingers, and maybe just look forwards, but fold if you can fold. Yeah, good. So this side's more difficult for me, to bring the body on the inside of that leg. Yeah, same for you, Sean. Keep the breathing. So whether you could or you couldn't, it's not really that interesting, but the process of trying, the process of exploring where this would need to come from. Okay, bring yourselves back up, change the arms. One behind, one around, twist the body up. Be a little lighter on your backhand. And that front leg stays involved, in mind. And bring body back round. Cross your legs, hands down on the floor. Jump back or step back. Inhale and upward dog. Exhale, pull back over your toes, downward dog. And then inhale, come up into high push-up. And exhale just slowly to the floor. Doesn't matter if the knees come first. Good. Lay down on your tummy. Bring your arms down by your sides. And legs extend out behind you. Kind of lift the feet, drag them back a little bit more. Yeah, good. Okay, and then on the inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift some ribs, lift the knees, lift the feet, lift the thighs. Good. And we tend to focus on the bit that we think with, so we tend to lift the head more. Try and lift the legs more. Don't worry too much about the head and the chest stand. Try and get the legs. Try and lift the thighs. Yeah, nice. Okay, stay up. Bring the hands down by your waist. So like cobra, but much further back. So you can't quite get the wrists on the ground. Good. Move the elbows towards each other. So we exaggerate a little bit more of the heart opening bit. Legs still high. Yeah, nice, G. Okay, and then let it go. Lay down. Release. Unfold your arms. Breathe in and out. And then roll over onto your back. Bring your heels in towards you. And plant the feet down. And press down and lift up. Strong hips. Good. You can make all the choices you want to here. You could bind the fingers underneath, you could prop up on your elbows. If you want to go much further with this, you could bring the hands by the shoulders and push right up. It's all your call. But it is just exploration. And then on your exhale, lower yourselves back down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And go again. Press down in your feet. Lift up with your hips. Strong legs. Again, your choice on the 3. Yeah, good. Whichever one you've got, just keep a little bit of inner thigh. Don't let the knees splay out. Yeah, that's better. Again, on the exhale, bring yourselves back down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. More or less is fine. Press in your feet. Lift up. Last one. Could be your gentlest, could be your strongest. Your call. And see if you can feel that you open across the front of the hips. Across the front, the top of the hip joints. Yeah. And then exhale, come back down. And just stay as you are, just drop the 2 knees to the left. So don't change anything else, just knees left. So they're not really stacked, they're just kind of, I don't know, scissored? I don't know. And then knees back in towards the middle. Go to the other side. Often in poses what we're looking for is finding the strength that maybe we don't use. But equally, often what we're looking for is releasing the resistance that we don't need. This is one of those. We're looking to see what we could let go. Anything down your left-hand side. Anything in the left shoulder, left ribs, left side of the chest. Left waist. Bring the knees back in towards the middle. Draw the knees in. Wrap your arms around your knees, squeeze them in. And then this time just rolling up to sitting. And you can turn around. And just bring right leg on top of left one. So if this is tough, you can keep the foot in. And I would to begin with, I'd put the hand underneath the knee so it gives the knee a little bit of support. Knee presses into the hand and the hand resists it. You might hold the foot with the other hand and sit up. And this is the bit that I find difficult, is keeping the lower back in and not slumping. If you've got quite a lot more than that, you might lift the foot off. Good. Maybe the right arm underneath. Maybe the other one. And keep the lower back in. Try and keep the lower back in. Yeah, good. And this one's still doing its thing. Okay, hold the foot with your left hand. Bring the right hand down beside you, a little bit ahead of you. And then if you might just be keeping that over your shoulder or over your arm a little bit, try and bring it closer to the top if it's possible, more towards the shoulder. This is what we've been doing with all of that, trying to get the shoulder behind you. No, shoulder, not the shoulder behind you, leg behind the shoulder. And then you're going to push the foot into the hand. And it might come up straight, and it might not. It might come up straight-ish. That would be okay too. Yeah, good. Breathe, keep the lower back in. If it comes right up, you can start to look under that left shoulder, but you can save that for another day. Yeah, good. Breathe. Okay, bend the knee. This bit just for fun. Hands either side of the hips, bottom off the ground, that's your arms. And then look at that foot that's out in front of you and drag it in towards you. See if it'll come off the ground. Yeah, nice. Okay, and let it go. Okay, and do the other side. Again, you could start with the hand under the knee so it's a little bit more supportive. This is the thing that we want to make sure that we look after, to not get into the knee too much. We're trying to get the hip, but not to unhappy the knee. Okay, if there's more than that, you can lift. More than that, left arm comes under. And I can't bring the right one under at the moment, but if you could do that. Keep your lower back in. Okay, change again. So you've got right hand holds the foot, left hand down beside you. Maybe that leg will go up. Maybe you can look underneath the right arm. There's a lot of maybes in there. That's okay. Yeah, we're just playing. Because where in life would you ever find this useful? No. So we're just playing around, getting familiar. Can I still breathe? Where does it come from? Where does the work come from? Okay, bend the knee. Other hand by the other hip. This is why I quite like this, because it's technical rather than hard. So press down in the hands and see if you can lift the bottom. Look at that foot, drag it really close to you, and then it might come off. Nice. Even for a moment. Yeah, good. And then release it. One more. And then we're done. Hands behind you, fingers point in, legs together. Bend the knees a tiny bit. And finish with that. Open things out, move feet away from you, toes away from shoulders. Good. Keep the inner thighs, so you kind of inward rotating legs, that's it. Make your chest your high point, push it up through the shoulders, try not to sag between the shoulders, really good. One more breath. Okay, and then lower the bottom to the ground. Hands out in front of you. Lower back down. Middle back down. Upper back down. Arms down. If you want to pull on something warmer, you can do. If you've got a bolster or a prop you could put behind your knees, you could do that. And if you just want to extend the legs out to the corners of the mat, that might work. But if you want to bring the knees in and just have the knees fall together, that would work too. And just extend out through your arms a little bit, draw the shoulders down. If it feels better to just tuck the tail slightly, you could do that. Give you a little bit more connection in the lower back. And unsqueeze the teeth. You're going to take a nice deep breath in, fill the lungs, and just let the air out. And do it again. Deep breath in, fill the lungs. But just release, let it go and let the air escape. One more time. Inhale, fill the lungs. Hold your breath at the top, let the tension rise a little bit. And then let it go. Let your breathing go. can bring your awareness to your breathing. And bring the breathing into your tummy. Where your hands are, move your fingers. Heels are, move your toes. When you're ready, bring your arms right over your head. Stretch out as long as you've got space for. Point your toes away from you if that works. Lengthen the front. And then let it go. And draw the right knee in. And the left one as well. Take your right arm over your head. Roll on your right hand side. And you can bring yourselves back up. Sit nice and tall. You can choose to repeat after me or not. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be happy. May you be happy. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. And have a nice day. And that's Saturday's class live on Friday. Thank you. Was it hard? It was all right. Was it? Okay.
It was challenging, but not to the point of overuse.
Okay. Good. Good. You could keep your glow throughout the class without. Yeah.
Or at least just the fringe.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you, all of you. I really appreciate it.